A whisper in the static of the night, shadows fading in the violet light. Can you feel the frequency taking hold? A silver story waiting to be told. The city sleeps below a blanket of glass. I watch the headlights of the midnight cars pass. We leave the heavy weight of sorrow behind and search for frequencies the broken can't find. Your fingertips are tracing maps on my skin. This is the moment where the magic begins. The bass is rolling like a wave from the deep, awaken secrets that we promised to keep. We atmosphere is charged, the colors collide. There is no darkness left for us to hide. We are ascending past the edge of the sky. I feel the rush as we are learning to fly. We are caught in a luminous orbit night, dancing blind in the center of a beautiful light. Let the rhythm dissolve every shadow and fear. Never thought, never wanted, it's finally here. Hold me close as we spin through the glowing dawn. In this beautiful chaos, we are never alone. We are flying so high on a brilliant sound, and I promise that we are never coming down. The crowded room becomes an island of space. I see the universe reflect in your face. A steady heartbeat echoing through the floor. A silent language asking nothing but more. The neon traces leave a trail in the air. We drop the anchors of our worldly despair. A syncopated breath of melodies shared. For this collision I was never prepared. The atmosphere is charged, the colors collide. There is no darkness left for us to hide. We are ascending past the edge of the sky. I feel the rush as we are learning to fly. We are caught in a luminous orbit night, dancing blind in the center of a beautiful light. Let the rhythm dissolve every shadow and fear. Every cloud we wanted is finally here. Hold me close as we spin through the glowing dawn. In this beautiful chaos, I am never alone. We are flying so high on a brilliant sound, and I promise that we are never coming down. Time is freezing in the center of the groove. I only breathe when I am watching you move. The walls are melting into oceans of sound, where every lost and broken spirit is found. Let the melody wash all the edges away. We are creatures of the night who are escaping the day. We are caught in a luminous orbit tonight, dancing blind in the center of a beautiful light. Let the rhythm dissolve every shadow and flee. Everything that we wanted is finally here. Hold me close as we spin through the glowing unknown. In this beautiful chaos, we are never alone. We are infinite now in this brilliant sound. Gravity is a memory, we are never coming down. A whisper in the static as the morning appears. The music echoes softly, ringing in our ears. Floating in the afterglow, peaceful and free. just the rhythm, the silence, you and me. Suspended in the quiet spaces between the stars, a single voice echoes through the atmosphere. I seal the freak waking up the dark. The heavy silence suddenly disappears. The night falls like velvet on the concrete ground. I am chasing shadows where the echoes used to sound. There is a rhythm hiding in the empty street. I feel it moving under the soles of my feet. A gentle whisper wrapping around my shivering skin, telling me exactly where the magic will begin. I close my eyes and let the colors flood my mind, leaving all the weight of the broken world behind. Tempo rises like a tide inside my veins, washing away the memories of all the endless rays. We are aligning with a higher glowing plane. I hear the universe calling out my name. We are the echoes in the blinding light, burning like colors through the endless night. No gravity can hold us on the earth today. We let the frequencies carry us away. We are the echoes in the blinding light, turning the darkness into something bright. A million voices singing in the atmosphere. There is no sorrow and there is no fear. The neon flashes paint a map across the sky, guiding the travelers who are not afraid to fly. I feel your heartbeat syncing perfectly with mine. We are connected by invisible design. The bass is rolling through the center of my chest, putting the chaos of the waking hours to rest. We drift together through the oceans of the sound, feet are levitating, chains off the ground. The tempo rises like a tide inside my veins, washing away the memories of all the endless rays. We are aligning with a higher glowing plane. I hear the universe calling out my name. We are the echoes in the blinding light, burning like comets through the endless night. No gravity can hold us on the earth today. We let the frequencies carry us away. We are the echoes in the blinding light, turning the darkness into something bright. A million voices singing in the atmosphere. There is no sorrow and there is no fear. on the ultimate celestial tide. We are the echoes in the blinding light, burning like comets through the endless night. No gravity can hold us on the earth today. We let the frequencies carry us away. We are the echoes in the blinding light, turning the darkness into something bright. A million voices singing in the atmosphere. There is no sorrow and there is no fear. Starlight fades into the morning blue, but I am still suspended here with voices darker, fading out of sight, lost forever in the blinding light.
The city sleeps, but the speakers breathe. Shadows stretch across the empty room. We are floating in the velvet dark. Wait for the rhythm to pull us under. I watch the headlights paint the window pane. Golden rivers washing down the street. The world outside is dissolving in the rain, while we get tangled in the steady beat. Time is moving like a heavy tide, pulling the secrets from the atmosphere. There is nowhere left for us to hide, but I have never felt so weightless here. Waves of shift, colors blur. Every silence is a quiet word. Close your eyes and let the bass drop low. This is the only place we need to go. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are a neon ghost right next to me. We let the tempo dictate how we move, lost in the center of the deep house groove. Nothing is real but the sound in our chest, leaving the daylight behind to rest. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are the only thing I want to see. The smoke is curling through the purple light, a quiet haze against the spinning fan. We surrender to the edge of night, drawing the map without a master plan. Echoes are bouncing off the painted wall, lounge keys ringing like a distant bell. I'm still willing to embrace the fall, under the magic of this midnight spell. Pixels shift, colors blur. Every silence is a quiet word. Close your eyes and let the bass drop low. This is the only place we need to go. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are a neon ghost right next to me. We let the tempo dictate how we move, lost in the center of the deep house groove. Nothing is real but the sound in our chest, leaving the daylight behind to rest. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. rising sea, washing the gravity right out of me. Floated suspended in the ambient space, before the rhythm pulls us back to grace. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency, you are a neon ghost right next to me. We let the tempo dictate how we move, lost in the center of the deep house groove. Nothing is real but the sound in our chest, leaving the daylight behind to rest. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency, you are the only thing I want to see. Baseline whispers and begins to fade, rest in the shadows that the music made. We are just echoes in the silent dark, a lingering frequency, a glowing spark. Glowing spark.
The city sleeps, but the rhythm breathes. Exhale the daylight, let the shadows bleed. We are drifting on a midnight velvet sea. Close your eyes, just follow me. Streetlights blur into golden lines across the glass. Watching all the tired faces slowly fading past. I can feel the heavy air finally starting to clear. There is nothing but the frequency that we can hear. The bass is humming beneath the soles of my shoes, washing away the static and the evening blues. Every heartbeat aligns with the muted kick drum. This is the sanctuary where the night becomes numb. The pressure drops as we cross the borderline. We leave the chaos of the waking world behind. Just let the tempo take control of your mind. A hypnotic sanctuary by design. Sink into the midnight velvet, let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder, floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that we sink into the midnight velvet. Lose your sense of time, let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. Headlights cut through the mist of the avenue, painting the pavement in a quiet shade of blue. The electric piano echoes through the empty street, synchronized with every breath and every single beat. I let my shoulders drop and release the heavy weight, surrender into the magic of this altered state. We are ghosts in the machine, running on the breeze, finding all our comfort in these lower frequencies. The pressure drops as we cross the borderline. We'll leave the chaos of the waking world behind. Just let the tempo take control of your mind. A hypnotic sanctuary by design. Sink into the midnight velvet. Let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder. Floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that waits. Sink into the midnight velvet. Lose your sense of time. Let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. The filter opens up and lets the starlight inside. We are riding on the crest of an endless tide. Harmonies are shimmering like glass in the rain, washing out the echoes of the daytime pain. Hold your breath and let the atmosphere expand. We are drifting far away to an unseen land. Sink into the midnight veil. Let it pull you under. Wrapped inside the warmth of a silent thunder. Floating through the dark on an electric wave. This is the quiet kind of freedom that we sink into the midnight veil. Lose your sense of time. Let the melody and memory slowly intertwine. We are shadows moving softly through the chill, where the rhythm never stops and time stands still. Rhythm fades into a whisper in the dark, leaving just the glowing embers of a spark. Drift away into the endless deep. Midnight velvet softly rocking us to sleep. Floating in the silver haze of the night, shadows slowly fading into the light. I can hear the heartbeat of the distant tide. Let the gentle current take us for a ride. Midnight spilling through the frosted window pane, tracing constellations in the summer rain. Every breath is a whisper on the midnight glass, watching all the heavy broken moments pass. Down below the city is a glowing electric sea, but up here in the quiet there is only you and me. The frequency is shifting in the empty room, silver shadows dancing in the velvet gloom. I feel the gravity start to break. so high. We are weightless in the dark, a gentle goodbye. Breathing the cool air of the 2 a.m. streets, a distant hum of the sleeping city below. Shadows stretching out across the empty pavement. We are just ghosts fading into the neon glow. The street light flickers in a rhythm of its own. I trace the dashboard while I'm driving all alone. The skyline bleeds a purple hue into the black. I leave the noise behind, I'm never looking back. A heavy bassline thumping softly through the floor. I pass the closed up cafes and the corner store. The world is quiet, wrapped inside a silver chill. Time slows right down, the rushing wind is standing still. And frequencies rise, catching my heavy breath, floating on the edge of the night. Nothing is left. A sudden spark in the wild, a ghost in the sound. My feet are lifting so high above the solid ground. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The city lights are melting into gold, a beautiful illusion I can hold. I'm dancing with the shadows on the wall. I close my eyes and let the timeline fall. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The vinyl crackles like a fire in my mind. I search for pieces of the dream I left behind. The amber glow of traffic signals blinking red. A million unspoken words are swimming in my head. The electric piano plays a lonely velvet chord. The solitude is everything I'm moving toward. The glass is cool against the fever of my skin. I open up the window, let the midnight in. The frequencies rise, catching my heavy breath, floating on the edge of the night. Nothing is left. A sudden spark in the wild, a ghost in the sound. My feet are lifting so high above the solid ground. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The city lights are melting in the gold, a beautiful illusion I can hold. I'm dancing with the shadows on the wall. I close my eyes and let the timeline fall. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The kick drum fades and leaves me drifting out to sea. Just whisper melodies between the night and me. I surrender to the space where all the time suspends, where the broken pavement shatters and the skyline ends. Wash right over me, a tidal wave ascending since. Here are these deep invisible in a crown of stars. The frequencies are slowly fading into dust. A quiet whisper in the night I finally trust, melting away into the velvet midnight black. Just shadows now, and there is no way back. The city breathes out slowly into the damp air. Headlights bleed into the dark, wet asphalt. The vinyl crackle hums in the quiet space between us. We are drifting through the hypnotic night. Fogging up the window glass, watching the silver reflections pass. There is a secret in the way you sigh. Beneath the indigo and heavy sky, we leave the noise of the daylight behind. A sanctuary in the midnight mind. Feel the frequencies start to rise, reflected neon in your sleepy eyes. The rhythm catches in the midnight air, washing away the weight we bear. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. We are floating the electric glow, taking the movement sweet and slow. The streetlight paints a rhythm on your face. We are moving through this altered space. The bassline mimics the pulse in my veins, washing the dust from the heavy rains. A distant siren fades into the hum, waiting for tomorrow to finally come. But in this moment, time is paralyzed, suspended here in the dark of your eyes. Feel the frequencies start to rise, reflected neon in your sleepy eyes. The rhythm catches in the midnight air, washing away the weight we bear. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. We are floating in the electric glow, taking the movement sweet and slow. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the hidden current grows. Let the night pull us under the tide, with nothing left to fear or hide. Close your eyes and feel the sound, lifting our shadows off the ground. The frequency shivers through the cold, a modern magic dark and old. We let the silence intertwine with every sieve and every line. Lost in the velvet midnight echoes, where the deep bass softly flows. ways, drifting away in the violet maze. Just an echo in the empty air, fading out, but we are still there. The city sleeps, but the pulse remains. Static in the air, shadow in the rain. Breathe in the glow of the ambient street. Let the frequencies flow from your head to your feet. Headlights trace the empty avenues underneath the sky of deep obsidian blues. We are drifting through the quiet, hollowed streets, moving to the rhythm of our own heartbeats. Glass and concrete blur into a midnight haze, lost inside this beautiful and endless maze. There's no destination, nowhere else to be, just the silver moon, the shifting shadows, and me. Echoes bouncing off the empty walls. I can hear the way the silence calls. Time is melting in the heavy air, slipping out of focus, floating anywhere. Falling to the midnight velvet, wrap the shadows tight around my soul. Falling to the midnight velvet, let the deep bass take complete control. We are glowing in the ultraviolet, riding on a wave we cannot see. Falling to the midnight velvet, lose yourself to find your sanctuary. Steam's rising from the cooling metal grates. The waking world can hold its breath and simply wait. Footsteps echo lightly on the cobblestone. In the sonic frequency, we are never alone. A sudden flash of amber from the traffic lights, painting golden halos in the middle of the night. Every drop of falling rain becomes a metronome. This hitchhike paradise is exactly like a home. Echoes bouncing off the empty walls. I can hear the way the silence calls. Time is melting in the heavy air, drifting through the velvet indigo. Shadows breathe, the city sleeps below. Quiet spark ignites the heavy air. Can you feel the magic waiting there? I left my heavy worries at the door, my bare feet stepping on the rhythmic floor. The silver moonlight spills across the room, chasing away the lingering quiet gloom. I close my eyes and let the tempo take every fragile piece of me away. The frequency is humming in my veins, washing away the echoes of the rain. The atmosphere is shifting, rising high. We are constellations in the sky, a rush of gravity. We leave behind the highest elevation we can find. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Let the deep bass carry our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the coming day. We are swimming in the currents of light. Everything is beautiful and everything is right. Feel the wind wash over your open soul. Lose yourself completely and just give up control. The silence used to be a lonely place before I found the comfort of this place. Now every heartbeat aligns with the drum, a perfect language, a beautiful home. You reach your hand and pull me in the tide. There is nowhere left for us to hide. The neon colors bleeding through the dark. We are the fire, we are the vital spark. The atmosphere is shifting, rising high. We are constellations in the sky, a rush of gravity. We leave behind the highest elevation we can find. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Let the deep bass carry all our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the end. We are swimming in the currents of light. Everything is beautiful and everything is right. Feel the wind wash over your open soul. Lose yourself completely and just give up control. Hold your breath and dive into the deep. This is the promise that the midnight will keep. Falling upward, floating off the ground, lost in the beauty of the echoing sound. Higher and higher, the pressure will release, finding our ultimate and beautiful peace. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Everything is carry all our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the coming day. We are swimming in the currents of light. lights flicker in the silver rain, washing the colors down the avenue. I leave behind the daytime and the pain, and wrap myself inside the midnight blue. The city sleeps, but I am wide awake, watching the headlights paint the glass with gold. There is a quiet rhythm I can take, a secret story waiting to be told. Shadows are shifting as the tempo calls, hearing the whisper of the empty halls. The tension rises in the atmosphere, everything heavy suddenly is clear. We are falling to the velvet night, losing our edges in the neon light. Follow the baseline to the other side, letting the frequencies become our guide. We are falling to the velvet night, losing our edges in the neon light. Follow the baseline to the other side, letting the frequencies become our guide. The air is humming with a static spark, a soft vibration running through my skin. We trace the constellations in the dark, and let the motion of the trance begin. The echoes whisper secrets from the past, but all that matters is the present tense. We found the momentary peace at last, caught in the middle of a sweet suspense. Shadows are shifting as the tempo calls, hearing the whisper of the empty halls. The tension rises in the atmosphere, everything heavy suddenly is clear. We are falling
silver clouds. Headlights paint the wet pavement below. Time stretches thin across the dashboard. Just the hum of the engine in the dark. A heavy bass line drops into the empty street. I am a ghost wrapped up in the driver's seat. The street lamps blur like comets falling out of the sky. Watching the sleeping world go passing me by. There is a rhythm hidden deep inside the concrete veins, washing away the static, washing away the stains. I lower the window and let the cool air inside. Nothing to chase tonight, nowhere I need to hide. The shadows are starting to pull me in deep, awaken the hours when the heavy hearts sleep. The frequencies rising, they shiver and bend. I follow the echoes right to the world's end. We are midnight in motion, drifting so slow, caught in the undertow, letting it go. The neon is melting like wax on the glass. We watch all the ghosts of the yesterday past. Midnight in motion, a velvet escape, where the lines of the city lose all of their shape. Just breathe in the darkness, a chill down the spine, a hypnotic surrender. We're crossing the line. The skyline is glowing, a digital dream. Nothing is ever exactly the way it might seem. I turn up the volume and drown out the noise, finding the silence, finding my poise. A million strangers dreaming alone in the dark, each one a glowing ember, a floating spark. We ride on the frequency, perfectly aligned, leaving the weight of the morning so far behind. The shadows are starting to pull me in deep, awaken the hours when the heavy hearts sleep. The frequencies rise and they shiver and bend. I follow the echoes right to the world's end. We are midnight in motion, drifting so slow, caught in the undertow, letting it go. The neon is melting like wax on the glass. We watch all the ghosts of the yesterday past. Midnight in motion, a velvet escape, where the lies of the city lose all of their shape. Just breathe in the darkness, a chill down the spine, of the morning surrender. We're crossing the
slows down to a single breath. Shadows stretch across the empty avenue. Colors bleed slowly through the heavy fog. I close my eyes and let the current pull me in. Street lights flicker like a dying star. I leave my worries at the open door. Footsteps echoing inside the dark. A heavy rhythm rising from the floor. The velvet sky is dripping indigo. I lose my shadow in the alleyway. A quiet magic starting to unfold. Washing bridges in my life. The bass is rolling like an ocean wave. It pulls me deeper into the groove. There is a secret that the silence gave, and in the darkness I begin to move. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Reflection shimmer on the waiting glass. A sudden shiver running down my spine. I watch the hours and the minutes pass, but time is nothing in this strange design. The heavy air is tasting sweet and cold. A silver smoke is rising from the street. This is the only heaven I can hold. Inside the pocket of a steady beat, the bass is rolling like an ocean wave. It pulls me deeper into the groove. There is a secret that the silence gave, and in the darkness I begin to move. We're floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We're floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Can you feel the frequency rising? A silent storm waking in the deep. The colors are slowly colliding. They promise the shadows will keep. Let go of the weight you are carrying. Fall into the rhythm sleep. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We are sinking in the velvet sea, where the pulse is finally setting us free. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Just a whisper in the static now. The glow dissolves into the dark. drifting away on the frequency. Silence is the only sound left.